Welcome to Islands of Adventure here on UK Theme Parks. We are of course on tour and look where we've made it to. We are here in Orlando, Florida, enjoying the sunshine and of course enjoying some new ride experiences, which will include two coasters I've really been looking forward to. Hagrids Magical Creature Adventure. Last time I come here, Dueling Dragons was still here. That's now gone. Been replaced with Hagrids, the Intamin multi-launch coaster with a few twists and turns and shock surprises. And of course, VelociCoaster. Another Intamin ride, another multi-launch coaster, which just looks insane. Kurt has ranked this as his favourite coaster, full stop. Full stop, so high expectations for VelociCoaster today. Other new things since we've been here actually also include Kong, which wasn't open when we come, and we are really looking forward to getting back on the Ultimate Hulk. Incredible Hulk, sorry. The Incredible Hulk. Now the reason why I say that is last time I come in 2014, although we weren't filming or anything, I did post on our Facebook and our socials, and I did put that I felt it was the most uncomfortable B&M coaster I'd ever been on. Arguably one of the most uncomfortable coasters I'd been on at the time. And everyone absolutely slated me for it. And then a year later they closed it. Completely ripped it down, rebuilt it with new track, new supports and new trains and new launch system, and basically built a brand new coaster. So I obviously wasn't the only one that felt that. So I'm really looking forward to getting back on Hulk. Kurt said it was riding really, really well. It's like a typical B&M. It certainly wasn't beforehand. And yeah, up to Kong as well, which we've never experienced. So lots to do here at Islands of Adventure today. Obviously we can't take you on board any of the rides or anything. Universal don't allow that, but we will show you in action and we will show you through the queue lines and give you our thoughts at the end. But I think we've probably got to start with Hulk, as it's right at the front. Build anticipation towards VelociCoaster. The beautiful theme of Islands of Adventure and the characters that are coming around. It does have a Christmas shop. Everyone likes a good Christmas shop. We are October to be fair, so it's not like we're that far away. I'm not sure we'll take you in the Christmas shop today. We're heading straight forward for the Incredible Hulk. Quite a big beast as well, this B&M. It might have been the first B&M with a launch as well. It's got a lift hill launch on it, and of course in the background there you'll be able to see VelociCoaster as well. Beast of a coaster, absolutely beast. Yeah, we've got some good rides here. I would say this is more of the thrill park compared to Universal. Universal definitely feels more of the movie park, which sort of makes sense. And although the world of Harry Potter is here, look at that. Oh, can't wait. But we're going to resist temptation. They're going to be long, long queues. I think VelociCoaster is currently at 45 minutes and Hagrids is currently at 75 minutes. Which is massive. There it is. Forbidden Journey at 15. And I think Hulk was showing 15 as well. Well, that train's hardly got anyone on it, so that's a good sign. I have no idea where it goes after them. It goes over there. So yeah, Incredible Hulk. Let's head down now. Give this bad boy a ride. So Marvel Land's down here, Spider-Man's here as well, so the plan is that we'll do the Hulk and then do Spider-Man on the way through. There's Transformers over at Universal Studios, which we did in our previous vlog. It's a very similar ride type. I appreciate the story of Spider-Man a lot more than what I appreciate the story of Transformers, to be honest with you. I don't really get the new Transformers movies and things. It's a gorgeous day here in Florida. You know, it is October, it's just coming out of storm season, but due to be 34 today. I mean, look at that. On down the back here as well. Don't think that first bit's the only bit once you fly over the station. So we're now on a 40-minute queue for this. Ugh. Well, let's get it done. It's definitely one we want to do today. there is the Hulk coaster. Now, if you don't know why we kind of switching from one to another, they have metal detectors. They are really, really strict Universal. So on their big coasters, you're required to use a locker. It's a free locker for the duration you're on the ride. You can't take anything in with you. The locker is activated by your ticket. If your ticket's on your phone, then you have to get a bit of paper ticket to do it. You can't take anything on the ride. You go through metal detectors. So we can't take anything in and even sort of film the queue line on a lot of these. Some of them we can, but a lot of them, certainly the big ones, we can't, and that's one of them. That is light and day ahead of what it used to be, honestly. When we rode it back in 2014, it was awful. It was jolty, rattly, headbangy, complete opposite now. That is what I expect from a B&M coaster, and that was amazing. That was really, really fun. You kind of get halfway up here before you start launching around this area, and you just shoot out the top, straight into the dive loop down, into the Cobra Roll, into a vertical loop, which you see there, straight through underground, under where you're walking, through to here. The turnaround point into the second half of the ride. But as I said, it's just non-stop, because once you're through this bit, you're down into another vertical loop before another helix down, and you then hit the brake run, which is there. We hit that really, really hard, that brake run, in fairness. I'm not sure if the trainer cleared the final brake. Let's have a quick look now. So yeah, you hit that hard, and then you drop down. You can't really get many shots on the ride, but you drop down into another corkscrew element, which I have to say, actually, after hitting that brake really hard, it's quite nice to take that at really slow speed before the helix back to the station. But that is a fantastic coaster. Launch is quite breathtaking. Again, bear in mind it's a tyre driven launch, this one. It's not you know, limbs or anything like that. Yeah, brilliant. Right, you also have a teacup ride here, which is Storm Force Accelerator. Not something we're that bothered about at the moment. We'll be picking up the smaller rides when we come back. But incredible hold done. That was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that. Now, Marvel Land come along before Disney owned the rights to Marvel, which is why it's still here at Universal. And Spider-Man, I think it was first of its type. Don't quote me on it, but I think it was first of its type. And that's where we're heading next. Indoor interactive ride. Very similar to Transformers. Very boisterous, 3D screens. It is a cracking attraction with loads of little shops and things, all themed to Marvel. Down at Marvel, I don't know what they call this. Probably Boulevard, know what they're like here. But quite a lot's under construction at the moment. They are doing some work on the right hand side, so we can't see any of that. I'm not sure what's coming, but we'll keep an eye out as we walk down for anything new. Pretzels, it's very American, isn't it? Pretzels. Not for me though. Spider-Man. Now, tucked between Hulk and Spider-Man is Doctor Doom's Freefall. I say I always forget about these little shoot towers, which I do. I always forget about them. Again, it's beautifully themed. It really is beautifully themed, but these are rides that we will mop up later. We're here to show you some of the big coasters. How good does it look like? Captain America's out. Right, Spider-Man currently has a really long queue, which is quite unusual. We've been tracking it and it hasn't been that long. So we're going to pause Spider-Man and we are going to head down to VelociCoaster, which is showing 45 minutes. Anyone that comes here knows 45 minutes with VelociCoaster is very, very good. So that's where we're heading. Cannot wait for it. Cannot wait for it. Probably one of the most photoed coasters when you come to Orlando now. That and, well, Gwazi. Let's have a wander through Toon Lagoon. So we know the log flume has been closed all week. It must be undergoing some work, to be honest, because we've been tracking it before we came out, and it's been closed as well. I think it was closed last time we were here, oddly enough. It just reminds me a bit of Beano Land. Just the colours and the comic style of it. Arguably probably a little bit more popular, Betty Boop. It's lovely, bright and colourful. I'm going to stick my head in that water, it's so hot today. How beautiful it looks. Absolutely love it, I really do. These are the kind of things around when I grew up as a child. So yeah, the pool's undergoing some refurbishment. We can see cranes over there, obviously all the barricades up. I don't know how long it's been shut for, so we're not obviously regular visitors here, so we don't know. But it's definitely not something getting on at the moment. And you may see the old suspended coaster up there, it's just for children that. Does look good fun though. Would have a massive queue if everyone was queuing for it, but We'll get through here onto Jurassic Park. Just look at the structure for VelociCoaster. How incredible does this look, even off-ride? Absolutely breathtaking. Here it is, VelociCoaster, the multi-launch Intamin coaster, widely regarded, quite frankly, one of the best coasters around. Can't wait to get on this. If you want to, you can do a Raptor encounter there, which I won't be doing. I'm here for this. I'm here for this, right. See if we can catch this bad boy launching in a sec. And believe me, this isn't like all the rides you're seeing here. This is just little snippets of it. Once you pass the last bit and you're heading out, here we go. The speed here is insane. And then you hit the top hat and down you go. Right, let's get in the queue. It's VelociCoaster time. Here it is, 45 minutes. Unfortunately, single rider is closed, which is a bit of a shame. Will definitely help on this ride. But no matter what, we hear about queues for this. 45 minutes, pretty good. Let's do it. It's the detail of the queues here that really make Universal. I mean, if queuing like this was like this in the UK, you wouldn't mind queuing an hour for a ride. I mean, this will probably be about an hour queue, this one. Imagine an hour queue for Saw versus this. It's just not even close, is it? It's just not even close. Oh, I can't wait. It's a really built anticipation into the ride. Completely different levels.
And here at Jurassic World, we've got welcome to the VelociCoaster.
Of course, whilst it's dark here, this is the launch area. I don't know if we're going to get to see it. I think we are. That is unbelievably cool. That is just so cool. Absolutely so cool.
Green will indicate which locker is assigned to that ticket.
Right, so we got to somehow sort a locker out now because our tickets are digital, in fairness.
Symbol or color to retrieve your items.
And it looks like I've got to pay attention when the stuff goes in as well. Never good. These just look something else, don't they? Right, I have a feeling now we're heading to lockers. It is just a wow moment. I can't lie to you, it's a wow moment. Kurt said this was his favourite coaster he'd ever been on. VelociCoaster here at Universal. And I'll tell you, I'm struggling to disagree with him, to be honest with you. I am struggling to disagree. The ride is just mental. The twists, the turns, the launches, the near misses. Obviously the storyline is really clear. You know, you're going around a raptor paddock, they're chasing you around. It's just something else, it really is. The first launch is good, nothing too intense, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter what speed you go in because it's quite low level. You know, you're hitting corners, you're hitting helixes and near miss elements at quite a low sort of height. So speed wise, it really doesn't matter, to be honest with you. And then you hit the second launch. Oh my God, that second launch to get you over there, as you can see through the trees now, and then you come through to this hang, and you don't really notice this, but oh my God. And then the twist there as well, that is one of the best elements. Before you shoot down obviously over the lake, and we'll get some views of over the lake shortly. That is a fantastic coaster, and we've got a few more coasters to ride yet on this trip. It is only really early on in the trip. And you know, even Hulk was performing a hell of a lot better than what it was last time we went on it. But you know, I think a key thing for this is, you know, where I said on Hulk, like you stop at the block brakes. It's really noticeable block brakes when you kind of go through them, like a lot of large coasters are, to be fair with you. VelociCoaster is non-stop. There's no block brakes, no sort of visible ones. I would guess if it needs to emergency stop, that the LSMs will stop it if required. But it doesn't. It's just go, 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 non-stop from start to finish. And of course that barrel roll, because you've got the little airtime hill here, you're out of the seat when you hit the inline loop down there. It's just absolutely mental, this bit here. And the speed you take that is just something else. What a coaster. What a coaster. You been on it? Let us know what you think. Now, on a break from VelociCoaster, we are in Zeus Landings. I remember doing Cat in the Hat, and I remember it being one of the strangest things I've ever been on. And funny enough, when Kurt come back for it, from Florida in May, he also said it was one of the strangest things he's ever been on. Again, I think you've got to have a little bit of appreciation for the movie, cartoon, book, whichever one sort of you're going on. But we're heading down to Spider-Man. We're heading down to Spider-Man. There are a few little rides here as well. I think the rapids are here somewhere. And although it is a hot, hot day, the rapids do get you absolutely soaked. But a lovely, there is a carousel in there somewhere, honestly. A lovely carousel. A lot of work going on in the park at the moment. And as you look back, you can see up to Zeus Landing, the little train ride. I can't quite remember where Cat in the Hat is. I think it's here, isn't it? We will pass Cat in the Hat. We'll see. We'll see how long the queue is.
We got a feed or something.
One fish, two feed, rest. Oh, I can't say that. I can't say that quick enough. I can't do it. I think it's there because you can't say it quick enough. No, I can't do it. I'm just too stupid. Hello, monorail. There's a close look at the carousel there. And here is Cat in a Hat. Little dark ride, 5 minutes. We're doing it. It's happening. It seems quite light-hearted, doesn't it? Lovely and cool in here, I'll tell you, because it's boiling outside, but in here it's beautiful. I'm going to give Cat in a Hat a bash. Yeah, quite simply one of the strangest rides I think I've been on. I think you could kind of compare it to Alice in Wonderland at Blackpool Pleasure Beach in terms of just completely out there, but I think the thing is, so I really like Alice in Wonderland. I quite like the story, I like everything behind it, so I kind of get it. I can't stand Cat in a Hat. I'm really sorry if anyone likes Cat in a Hat, I just can't stand it. That's just weird. There's a little rain shower coming down as well. Thank the Lord, because it's so hot today. Right, we are definitely going to Spider-Man now. The amazing adventures of Spider-Man.
Police advise you to stay in your home for obvious reasons.
Right, 25-minute queue for this. Now for me, Spider-Man is just streets ahead of Transformers. And it's probably a bit different in the fact Transformers is sort of more screen to screen. I wouldn't say there's that many sort of detailed sets along the way, but Spider-Man really mixes it up lovely between sort of physical sets and screens, and you know, some of the screen effects sort of come into play before you go. It's much more in-your-face 3D Spider-Man than what Transformers is. Although Transformers is obviously 3D, you are in glasses, there's so many more moments where Spider-Man and things are completely in your face. Sometimes you turn the corner, he'll be there, and then you kind of drift into the screen. The transitions are fantastic. And you know, it's older. It is older. Transformers is much newer, but I much prefer Spider-Man. I think as a ride goes, or an attraction goes, you might want to call it, I just think it's streets ahead. I really enjoyed that. Really did. Right, we're gonna get a drink. We're gonna get something to eat. We're just gonna chill out. Oh, it's beautiful when you walk in Islands of Adventure. It really is. Absolutely beautiful. And that's the view you walk into now with VelociCoaster directly in front of you. So yeah, quick break, quick food, and we're back in here. This park's open until 6 o'clock today. Universal's open till 5 because it's Halloween Horror Nights, but we'll be back here and we'll be staying here until 6 o'clock. Now we'll show you from the other side as we wander through into Zeus Landing. We are refreshed, fed, and heading towards Hagrid, which had a bit of a downtime, so we didn't rush, but it is reopened with a 45-minute queue. It is now 3 o'clock, and to be fair, did expect the car park to get a little bit quieter with Halloween Horror Nights on at Universal. It is open until 6, but when we monitored it yesterday, it did get considerably quieter around 4, as preparations start over at Universal about 3. So let's get through this mad area and get to Hagrid. Now as we leave Zeus Landing, we come into the area, which I don't think there's anything here anymore, to be honest. The Lost Continent. The attraction that was here shut down in May. And yeah, I don't think there's anything here now. I think you just sort of walk through, there's a restaurant in the middle, and that's pretty much it. It does provide some good views over the lake, but I have a feeling that this area probably won't be here for much longer. I believe it's one of the original areas of Islands of Adventure, and the attraction that was there, I can't remember what it was called, to be honest with you, was closed. And coincidentally, Kurt was on the final ride, and we've been the final public ride of that. He did take a little video. I really need to grab it off him, but he was on the final ride back when it shut. And you just sort of drift through here with a few restaurants and then drift out. So yeah, I think this will be the next area for development here at Islands of Adventure. I can't see why it wouldn't be, but we're still going to Hagrid. That's where we're heading. So this is it. This is first ever ride on Hagrids. Now, I know this might not be the most thrilling coaster in the world, or it's certainly not perceived to be the most thrilling coaster in the world. However, technology-wise, story-wise, it's Intamin launch coaster, or I think it's 7 launch coaster. I'm expecting big things from. Here it is. So last time I was here, this was Dueling Dragons. Look at it. Wow, cannot wait. And of course it does bring up new views of the castle as well, which you wouldn't have seen beforehand. I have to say, so far I don't quite know where we are. Not get to see much of the coaster, but again, look at the scenery.
Oh, are you all right, Arthur?
Yes, thank you, Hagrid. Just investigating this muggle tool. Fascinating. Works on echo trickery.
Right, you are. Oh, hello. I'm glad you found the place all right. I've got a very special Care of Magical Creatures class for you today. And Mr. Weasley, who many of you will remember, has kindly agreed to help with getting you around.
Wingardium Leviosa. Hagrid asked me to duplicate Sirius Black's motorbike to take you all to the edge of the forest.
Yes, and that's where I shall be showing some blast-ended screws. Before they all kill each other. That looked promising. Oh, Cornish pixies for you to see. And if we're lucky enough to lure one in, a unicorn.
Ah. Well, I think it's time to give this idea a go. Stand back. Jiminy!
Whoa, that's just marvellous, Arthur.
Not bad. I think we're ready.
Right. Arthur's been doing a bit of tinkering with the bike. Making some improvements, you might say. Let's get that purple button through.
Careful, Hagrid. Your dragonfly is for emergencies only.
No.
No, Pig!
Let's get them back to their cage. Come on.
My one!
Oh, salamanders, they feed on flames, you know. They do. I wasn't planning to show them to you today, though.
Ow! Put me down! Don't go that!
Oh, blimey, you've done it, Arthur. That dragonfire could not have been smoother. Well, apart from the, you know.
Yes, well, that's not quite how that's supposed to work. Everyone all right? Let's leave this to me. I'm going empty.
Oh, fine. No. We'll be there in a minute. Try start with these pixies.
Right here.
Oh, now don't you worry about this. I'll see you all down there.
Of course, none of this will happen when you actually ride the bikes. Meet us down in the stables. Might be safer to duplicate the bikes down there. More room. Then, you can ride them. That's better.
The pre-show set it up quite nicely now, but I have no idea how close to the front we are. I don't know if you can see with the shadow. We've got unicorns, the Cornish pixies. I have to say, the theme in here is just incredible.
Some of them got stings on their males.
Oh.
The females have got sort of sucker things on their bellies. I think it may be for sucking blood.
Oh, the theme's something else, really is. Now it's suddenly got really loud, and there's a lot of attendance, so I think we're nearly there. I'm sure people that come on this ride a lot probably screaming at me to say, yeah, you should know where it is, but first time ever, so. But the queues do move, like, we barely stopped. Oh, can't wait. We are nearly there. Look at the interactive ceiling, which actually looks just as good on camera as what it does here, to be fair. That's just so clever. It's probably just a really simple projection on top of the building here. We'll turn the volume up a bit. That's where we are. Final room before boarding. Always something exciting about approaching Hogwarts Castle. Look at the detail, I absolutely love this. And it's time for Forbidden Journey. 15-minute queue. And the detail in here is brilliant. I just absolutely love it. Right, so we've just done Hagrids as well. I mean, that thing is a feat of engineering. I think when people come out here, it's always VelociCoaster to take the headlines. I know Hagrid's a little bit older, but you really have to appreciate what it's been achieved with that. You know, I think I've got 7 launch coaster, cutscenes, moving platform, drop as well. It's just spectacular. It really, really is a spectacular overall presentation. Kind of discussed it, for thrills you would go VelociCoaster. It's just non-stop. If you want overall presentation, for me, I think Hagrid's is a better ride. I just think it's a better ride. Oh, and then you enter the castle. Look at this, how good does it look? You just can't quite describe. If you don't like Harry Potter, I mean, Kurt doesn't particularly like Harry Potter, he's only just sort of got into it. It's really difficult to appreciate, but if you like Harry Potter, this is a dream come true, and I can kind of understand why it has done so well here and been extended since as well. Even to the little grains that use over this, it doesn't look like a TV screen. So clever.
Gryffindor doesn't stand a chance.
They don't look like TV screens.
Honestly, all of you.
I love it.
We have guests.
I know it's been here a while and everyone's seen it, but I can still be blown away by it when I walk in.
I expect this is Dumbledore's doing.
Dumbledore's office. Obviously we lost the first Dumbledore, and then Michael Gambon has recently died as well.
I am Professor Albus Dumbledore, headmaster of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
And as you walk through to the potions class, this is where it sets you up. That Harry, Ron and Hermione will take you out rather than sit you in class, which is what you're doing on the Forbidden Journey.
Perhaps another time, am I? The point is, Professor Binns is very, very boring, which is understandable, as he's lived.
So then we head this way instead to go on the Forbidden Journey. The lady. She's trying to keep still.
Don't worry.
Alright, and we're approaching now the front. Sorting hats the last time we see anything in here before we get onto the ride. So it's a robo-arm coaster. For those that haven't seen it, you go around on a robo-arm, it flies you all over the place. There are POVs online, obviously we can't do that. You know, they don't allow filming on here. But there you can see the cars as they go through. And this is quite a vigorous ride as well. Let's go. Doesn't matter how many times I see it, to be honest, and how many times you go on it. Forbidden Journey, however old it is, or even you know, however the technology has changed since, it is still a breathtaking ride. It really is. Mixing live sets with movement and you know, projection screens, the dome projection screens. You just follow it round. It's so incredible the way the robo arms work. That is just such a stunning ride, and it's just one of those rides that doesn't get old. The story doesn't get old. You know, they don't need to replace anything. You come around here, you'll see a side view of the castle. Just at no point do you need to change anything. I just love it. I think it's brilliant. If you're not into Harry Potter, I still think you can enjoy the attraction, but you are into Harry Potter, Jesus, it's something else. Feels busy down this end. Here is Skull Island, Reign of Kong. I know nothing about this attraction whatsoever. People are walking in with bags though. Got up to a 25-minute wait. I have to say, it does look rather nice. Kurt did tell me about this, but I wasn't really listening. At this current time of me filming this, he's at Fort Park, enjoying the new Stitches made. I have to say though, again, once you're inside, it's just so immersive. It's unreal in here. And you just feel the aircon come through the door. Motion sickness or dizzy, I genuinely have no idea what this is about. But look at it, it looks incredible. I love the look of some of these attractions. A lot of people walking out, which is a bit worrying. Sort of a 40-minute queue all day long, so when we said at sort of 20, it was 15 when I was approaching, but it's at 25. I'm kind of hoping that it's not that bad. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a cool animatronic, isn't it? It's definitely dark in here. This one's super impressive animatronic.
After being on this island, I believe all fire breathing.
Right, I think this is the final room. The only thing I've established so far is I've got to get goggles. There is Skull Island, Reign of Kong. I have to say, it looks really, really impressive from here. Sort of tucked away, really. Not really sure if it's on its own or if it's part of Jurassic Park. I can't really tell, to be honest with you, but it does involve dinosaurs. So yeah, you board this massive like transporter which takes you through the cave into a sort of adventure rescue, if you will, and you the early it's really split in half. It's really difficult to explain for those that haven't been on it. You sort of go in and you meet the researchers and the team and everything, and you put 3D glasses on. Yeah, the cave scenes, the animation on it is shocking. Absolutely. I mean, this isn't a very old attraction. Animation is absolutely shocking. It's like they've just... It's an afterthought. It's literally like it's an afterthought. And then you get a little bit further into it, and then you come into the big 360 screen that goes all around you. And that's the fight between the raptors, the T-Rexes, and Kong, with you sort of in the middle. I have to say, the animation there is fantastic, and the screens are fantastic. The car's got quite a lot of movement, and actually, it's a really good experience. From here, you leave there and you see the victor, which is, of course, Kong, slightly wounded, but it's a huge animatronic right at the end, and it is impressive, a really impressive animatronic. And then you're off the ride, and that sounds a short explanation, but that's it. It's not very long at all, to be fair. And yeah, the beginning half is absolute garbage, and then it just sort of picks up and gets better and better. Really odd experience. Wouldn't queue very long for it in the future, but we'll pretty much walk on, probably 10-minute queue for it. So our first time on it as well. Again, detailed scenery just look incredible. They're just on another level, absolute another level to anywhere else we see. But yeah, that's Kong. That brings our day here at Island to Adventure to a close here on UK Theme Parks. It has been incredible to get on VelociCoaster. It is a beast of a machine, an absolute thrill machine. On top of that, Hagrids as well, Hagrids Motorbike Adventure. For me, as a complete package, I think is one of the best coasters out there. I think it's probably really underrated when you take the technology, what story it's trying to tell, the theme, the design, absolutely everything about it is top notch. Obviously, VelociCoaster is, I don't know, I'm not going to say whether or not it kind of where it fits on the list yet, because we've got a lot more coasters to ride over the next week or so while we're out here. So for the moment it's on pause. I was going to go back on it before we left, but it is down. It's been down quite a lot today actually. I do feel quite fortunate when I got on it earlier. It's good to get back on some rides that we have been on before, including Forbidden Journey, which is a breathtaking dark ride. It really is a breathtaking dark ride, and the same with Spider-Man as well. The park is beautiful. It's been 32, 34 degrees here today. And again, even Incredible Hulk has been completely rebuilt since we were here, and it rides like a brand new coaster. Does it count as a new coaster cred? Let me know in the comments below. But thank you for joining us here on UK Theme Parks. Yes, we are on tour. If you've liked it, please, please, please drop a like. It won't happen that often, I can assure you. And we'll see you next time.